the war on women. If you haven't noticed, but I'm sure you have, there is a war on women going on. I see women of all colors, all sides of the political spectrum, sick and tired of the way men are treating them. Men are becoming more vitriolic and angry at women, especially online. Go to any random video of women posting anything. There will be angry men underneath negging her, saying, "You're ugly, you're not this, you're not that, you're doing to die alone with cats," etc., etc. They've basically declared war on women, and it doesn't matter how much you comply with beauty standards, what ideology you are from, no matter how great of a woman you are, or if you're a wife, mother. If you are a woman, you are the enemy. Now I used to, in the past, look at this stuff and take it inward and get really upset about it. I've been there until I really understood what was going on, which I really want to explain with my channel, Twitter account, and platform. My goal is to raise women's collective self-esteem and self-worth, and for them to wake up and realize they are the prize, and men are lashing out because it's over for them. Patriarchy is as good as dead. They just haven't realized and come to terms with it yet. They think this hatred and negging of us will work to get control over us again when it's not going to work. Women are tired of their shit. So let me start with the right wing and conservative men, what they are currently doing, because that's the sphere I'm knowledgeable in, and I've been around that sphere for a bit since 2016. In 2024, they've gone full anti-woman, full repeal. The 19th Amendment mask is off misogynist. This has now become so prevalent online from the Christian, Catholic, and trad bros. They try to say that women are too emotional to vote. They make bad decisions, and women are ruining society because they started voting, because they vote liberal. First of all, it's just so flat-out false and misogyny 101. This society was built for men. It's a patriarchal society. It's a dying patriarchy. But it's still a patriarchy nonetheless. Go into any male sphere, a male hobby, a male-dominated job even, and try to work your way up the ladder. It's horrifying. It's a boys' club. You'll be degraded, mocked. They'll basically make your life miserable until you quit. Which is the goal of a lot of these men. They don't want women earning an income and being independent, because that's all a lot of men are trained to offer under patriarchy. Be a walking wallet, which they also constantly complain about. Without money, men know they don't have shit to offer a woman, and they don't want to learn any other skills that women find attractive or valuable. They don't want to be more emotionally intelligent, improve their looks, hygiene, learn to be a good partner in a relationship. A lot of men are just looking for a slave to dominate who'll be their maid, nanny, personal sex worker, therapist, add in all of the other things women did for men in the past. A lot of men are still looking for this deal, even though women are opting out and choosing either to be single or are basically training a man to be better if they are in a marriage or relationship. But it's a lot of work that men don't want to do because they feel entitled to a woman. They don't think they should have to put in any effort. They want the same deal their fathers got, but we are not their mothers. We're asking for more. They're also mocking famous, attractive women online with all these misogynistic hate campaigns. There have been so many just in this past year that really piqued me into radical feminism. I was like, what the hell is going on here? They're now calling Margot Robbie mid, demonizing the Barbie movie, constantly hating on Taylor Swift, demonizing single women, meanwhile putting Andrew Tate on a pedestal and platforming him, smiling and cozying up to him like he's a god. Nina Abdul, the beautiful Victoria's Secret model, got married to Logan Paul. And all the red pillars were making disgusting misogynistic memes about her private parts, just the most horrid things you can think of because they are so jealous and hateful of women. See, what I've learned is, you'll never be enough for patriarchy. You'll never be hot enough, pure enough, skinny enough, pretty enough, sweet enough, compliant enough. It's just never enough. There will always be another hoop for you to jump through. And it is a complete waste of time to try to gain favor this misogynistic men, or try to even empathize with these misogynistic men, because they will turn on you eventually. You are an enemy because you are a woman. I was in denial about this for a while, but in the past year or two, it's really clicked for me, and I see the hatred and the dehumanization of women on the daily. See, men were promised this great king life. They can have their fun when they're younger and hook up with random women who they'll then degrade or watch. Hours of porn if they can't get any woman, and then when they are nearing 30, they'll be able to settle down with a plain woman who wants to be their personal slave and maid when it's just not happening anymore. Men are looking around and going, why don't women want me? They are furious that they were lied to, and they were lied to. Women do not want this, it's a bad deal for us, and they have to change their thinking and their mindset if they are going to get any woman. But they don't want to, and guess what? That's not our problem. Go be hateful and rotten in your male spaces and leave us alone. But it's your own fault you're dying alone. You can try to point the finger and blame us all you want. But most women I know that are single are happier that way than with the man they were with. Draining the life out of them. They accomplish more without a man dragging them down all the time, so if you are a man like that, expect to be divorced. Expect to be dumped and alone. That's what you deserve. And all of this degrading of women comes with a purpose. And you might think it's all for men to self-improve and learn female nature when it's really not. I used to think that, but it's not. It is literally created well to make money for these creators because it's a huge market. Lonely men have a lot of disposable income they are willing to spend, but also to degrade women on a societal level, to degrade our value. They know we see this content, and if enough men just join the red pill and manosphere spaces and repeat the same talking points they want us to take, these messages about women in, and lower our collective self-esteem as women. That's actually what I did for a long time before I saw through the act, which is what I am urging women not to do. Because back in 2017, 2018, there wasn't much content online for women talking about this kind of stuff. It was mostly all male-dominated. Any pushback, there was just so much hate. It wasn't worth the energy, but now I see a lot more women countering it and blowing the men out of the water with facts and logic. Yes, men, facts and logic, because men are very emotional. They're very angry, and facts and logic have gone out the window to them. They're in their feels and do not want to reason with men. It's all about power and control and domination and getting the revenge they want on women. Also, set boundaries online. You don't have to debate these men. That is exactly what they want. They want to drain and exhaust you with pointless arguments. My worth is not up for debate. My standards aren't up for debate. Call me all the names in the world, crazy cat lady, it literally doesn't matter. Just block these horrible men and move on. Female spaces are the future. Unless you are getting entertainment from the incel you're going back and forth with, I do not suggest getting into it with them because their entire worldview is completely not based in reality. And none of the things they're saying are actually going to happen. So now when I interact with men online, I'm like, what am I getting out of this interaction? Am I getting content? Am I getting entertained laughing at him? Am I getting anything if they start going annoying and draining? It's immediate block even on the first comment. Which, by the way, this is a female space. If you are a male listening and lurking, do just that. If you comment anything derogatory, your comment will be deleted immediately on the spot. I do not do no debates with males. This channel isn't for you. Go on to one of the millions of red pill and manosphere spaces. You are not welcome here and you won't intimidate me. I know your tactics, and it's not going to work. Cry about it. As for the leftist men, I see also liberal and leftist women getting angered by them too. There was a controversy recently with a really disgusting, ugly male YouTuber watching lowly porn and making excuses for it. They're also uplifting men, becoming women, and invading women's spaces. It's just all a complete mess. Women have no outlet anymore. Or allies. We're literally last on the totem pole on all sides. And I'm getting sick of it. We're just supposed to keep the society propagating even though we're treated like absolute garbage. I don't think so. Like, what the hell is going on? So, I've really begun to decenter men in my own life and refocus on my own goals, my self-worth, self-esteem, and not to take these things that I see coming from men personally. I kind of get a kick out of it now when it's been proven men are the ones scared to die alone. They are dying alone in nursing homes. Everything that they are saying is pretty much projection of a dying patriarchy, and it's kind of sad, but not at all because they deserve it. Have your shitty attitude and die alone. We don't care. You deserve this for treating us so horrible and thinking we just have to keep submitting and complying and thinking we're going to be okay with that. No, we're not. The gig is up. We're over it. Treat us well or die alone. Those are your options. Okay, can't do it? It's too much work, as a lot of them have told me and said about women. Too bad, so sad, die alone then. Another thing, do not let men gaslight you into thinking this war on women isn't happening. That's what they do, so you'll shut up and stay silent and compliant, and so they can gain power in the meantime and do whatever they want, push the agendas they want. No, ladies, that time is over. We have to stay vigilant and aware of what's going on and tapped into our own intuition. Do not let yourself be gaslighted or shamed or manipulated or guilted out of the things that you know are true and that you feel deep down. On this channel, I really want to teach women to be aware of their tactics, counter their tactics, and find self-worth in themselves, and not by male validation. This is literally their worst nightmare, so let's make it happen and form female networks. They have the entire manosphere, which has really gone mainstream and taken over the entire internet. We need to create a female version and stick together and not throw one another under the bus. The time for pick-me shit is over. It's time to put our differences aside and be aligned with each other for our future. So create that YouTube channel, Twitter account, podcast, any form of media that is female-centered, and start putting your stuff out there. Have the audacity and the confidence of a mediocre man. Now is the time. Anyway, this is what my channel is going to be centered around. Women. Please subscribe if you want more, as I will try to be making videos on the regular. The more engagement and the more likes, the more it'll motivate me to create more content, and we can create positive women's space for us online, because I don't see many of those to really share our stories and commiserate, share strategies. So please subscribe, leave a like, comment, and share if you liked this video, and I'll see you next time, ladies.